Hello everyone, I'm Tanmay, a third year undergraduate student pursuing Bachelor of Engineering in Computer Science and Engineering in RV College of Engineering. I'll be taking a tutorial on Amazon Web Services. So initially I'll be talking about AWS, its key features, the different types of core services provided by AWS, the future trends in AWS, and then finally I'll be going with demonstration of AWS services. So now let's begin. Introduction to AWS. AWS stands for Amazon Web Services, which is a comprehensive and widely adopted cloud platform offered by Amazon. It was launched in 2006. It provides a vast array of cloud computing services that enable businesses and developers to build and scale applications efficiently. AWS is a market leader in cloud computing, serving millions of active customers, including startups, enterprises, and public sector organizations. Some of the most prominent companies which are using AWS are Netflix, Airbnb, GE, Samsung, and many others. These companies leverage AWS services for various use cases, such as for web hosting, data storage, machine learning, and big data analytics. Some of the key features of AWS are scalability. AWS allows you to scale resources up or down based on demand, ensuring that you only pay for what you use, known as pay as you go feature. Reliability. AWS has a robust global infrastructure with multiple data centers across the world, offering high availability and redundancy. Flexibility. AWS supports various operating systems, programming languages, databases, and architectures, making it highly adaptable to different business needs. Security. AWS provides end-to-end security and compliance features, including data encryption, identity and access management, and regular audits. So some of the core services of AWS are computing services, storage services, database services, networking services, security services, Internet of Things, analytics, and artificial intelligence. There are many more services of AWS. AWS Compute Services. So AWS Compute Service provides the processing power needed to run the applications and manage workloads, offering flexibility and scalability to meet varying demands. The key services of AWS: EC2, Elastic Compute Cloud, virtual servers that can be quickly scaled up or down to handle changes in workload with options for various instance types and configurations. Another computing service of AWS, Lambda, serverless computing that allows you to run code without provisioning or managing servers, which is ideal for microservices and real-time data processing. You are built only for the compute time use, making it cost effective. Next, AWS Storage Services. So, AWS Storage Service offers us a range of solutions for data storage, backup, and archiving, ensuring high durability and availability. Some of the services under storage service of AWS are S3, which is very popular, known as Simple Storage Service. It is a scalable object storage design for any amount of data, which provides 99% durability and options for different storage classes to optimize cost and performance. Then another service which we have is EBS, Elastic Block Store. It's a persistent block storage for use with EC2 instances, offering high performance and reliability for a wide range of workloads, including databases and enterprise applications. Some of the other storage services under AWS are Amazon Simple Storage Service, which we had discussed, AWS Snow Mobile, AWS Snowball Edge, Amazon FSx, Amazon S3 Glacier, etc. AWS Database Services. So AWS Database Services provides us with fully managed databases that support various data models, ensuring high availability, scalability, and security. Some of the key services under AWS Database Services are RDS, which stands for Relational Database Service. It is managed relational databases such as MySQL, PostgreSQL, Oracle, and SQL Server with automated backups, patching, and scaling. The another service which we have under database services are DynamoDB. It's a fast, flexible NoSQL database service that provides single-digit millisecond latency at any scale, ideal for applications requiring high throughput and low latency. Some of the other database services are DocumentDB, Redshift, TimeStream, Neptune, Keyspaces, etc. Now, AWS networking services. AWS networking services enables us with secure, fast, and reliable connections between your AWS resources, on-premise, on-premise data centers, and the internet. Some of the key services under networking services are VPC, which stands for Virtual Private Cloud. It allows you to create a logically isolated section of the AWS cloud where you can launch AWS resources in a virtual network that you define with complete control over network configuration. Another service is Route 53. It is a scalable and highly available domain name system web service designed to route end users to internet applications by translating human readable names like www.example.com into IP address like 192.0.2.1. Some of the other networking services are route table, internet gateway, elastic IP addresses, etc. AWS security services. AWS Security Services offers tools and features to secure our AWS environment, manage the identities, protect data, and ensure compliance with regulations. Some of the services under AWS Security Services are IAM, which is popularly known as Identity and Access Management, which enables you to manage access to AWS services and resources securely with fine grained permissions to enforce the principle of least privilege. KMS, which stands for Key Management Service. It provides a centralized control of encryption keys, allowing you to create, manage, and use cryptographic keys across your AWS environment to protect data at rest and in transit. The other security services are Amazon Cloud Directory, Amazon MACL, Amazon Directory Service, AWS Secret Manager, AWS Firewall Manager, AWS Certificate Manager, etc. So now let's look into the future trends in cloud computing with AWS. AWS is currently looking into artificial intelligence and machine learning, where AWS continues to enhance its AI and ML offerings, making it easier for businesses to integrate advanced analytics and intelligence into their applications. Edge computing. Expansion of AWS Edge services like AWS Outposts and AWS Wavelength to bring computing power closer to end users, which reduces latency and enables real-time applications. Serverless computing. Increasing adoption of serverless architecture with services like AWS Lambda, allowing developers to focus on code without managing infrastructure. Then we have multi-cloud and hybrid solutions. Growing emphasis on hybrid cloud solution with AWS Outposts and AWS Direct Connect, enabling seamless integration between on-premises infrastructure and the cloud. Sustainability. AWS commitment to sustainability with initiatives aimed at reducing carbon footprint and promoting renewable energy usage in data centers. Thank you. Now we'll be looking into the demonstration of AWS services. Now let's go to the AWS website. If you haven't registered your account into the AWS website, then you have to first register it. So let's go to our registering process. Click on create a new AWS account. Enter your email address and your account name. Since I have created the AWS account beforehand using my mail ID, currently I'll be using temporary mail to show you the process to register for your account. Click on verify email address. Now, in your mail, you'll be receiving a verification code sent by AWS to verify your mail. The verification code will be a 6-digit code. Now you have to enter your password and again enter it for confirming it. See that your password satisfies all these criteria. It should have one uppercase letter, one lowercase letter, it should have a number, a special character, and the password size should be at least 8 characters. This is the first step. Now on the next step, you have to select for what purpose you are creating this AWS account. Currently, I'll be clicking on personal. Enter your full name, your country code, enter your phone number, enter your region, your address, city, state, and postal code, and click on I have read and agreed to the terms of the AWS customer agreement. Then when you click on continue, the next step will take you to a page where you have to enter your debit card details or credit card details. Once you enter the details and click on continue, then AWS account will send 2 rupees from your account for the verification of your credit card. Once the credit card has been verified, then they'll ask you to enter your phone number for verification of it. Once you have verified your mobile number, then the final step will be to select which type of plan you want. For since you're starting with a new project, it will be better to go with the free plan. Now, as I have logged into my AWS account beforehand, so let me sign in with my actual account. I'll be entering my password and then click on sign in button. Now I have successfully logged into my account. This is the dashboard which is seen once you are logged into the account, and this page is known as console page. Here recently visited items are 0 since it's a new account which I have created for showing the demo. In this console page you can see various options. Uh, this option opens the terminal in AWS Cloud Shell. Here you can see the notifications which you have received. Here you can go to the support center or a help page if you have any queries. This is the main thing where you have to select the AWS region. Since I am in India, the nearest location for me is Asia Pacific Mumbai, AP South 1. If I click on my name, I can see my account ID, and here we can know account information, organization, the billing and cost management, etc. So now let's scroll down. Here we can see we can get documentation about AWS for knowing further features given by the AWS. We have a training and certification section provided by the AWS for better understanding and working with the AWS. Here we can know about the AWS health after we have used AWS for various projects. Here we can explore AWS further information like location service, lookout for metrics, how to build apps faster with graphic QL, etc. Here we get the latest announcements made by Amazon Web Service, and here we get the recent AWS blog post. So this is the console page. Now let's look into the services provided by AWS. Since I haven't visited any AWS service, it shows empty for me. As I had told before, AWS provides many core services like analytics, application integration, blockchain, business application, computing, database, developer tools, front-end web and mobile, machine learning, satellite, security, identity and compliance, storage, etc. Here we can, if we click on analytics, we can see analytics. For analytics, we have various services such as Athena, AWS Cleanroom, Cloud Search, AWS Data Exchange, Data Pipeline, etc. For application integration, we have Amazon Event Bridge, Manage Apache Airflow, Amazon MQ, Simple Notification Service. For business applications, we have Amazon Connect, Amazon One Enterprise. For computing purpose, we have EC2 Image Builder, Elastic Beanstalk, where you can run and manage web applications easily and deploy it in it. Lambda, containers like Elastic Container Registry, Elastic Container Service. We have database such as DynamoDB, Elasticache, Amazon Key Spaces, Amazon Memory DB, Neptune, etc. We have even Internet of Things services where you can connect IoT to the AWS cloud, which will be easier for you to send data, analyze the data obtained from the IoT. You can even provide security to the IoT to prevent any further malicious attacks. This machine learning service for Amazon Bedrock, Amazon Code Guru, Amazon Comprehend, etc. Similarly, we have for management, governance, media services, migration transfer. Under security, we have a Cloud HSM, Cognito, Detective, AWS Firewall Manager, which are given by AWS, even the IAM Identity Center. For storage, we have AWS Backup, EFS, AWS Elastic Disaster Recovery, FSX, S3, which is Simple Storage Service, S3 Glacier Storage Gateway. So first let's go with the EC2 instance. So on this console page, you can see the Amazon EC2 resources which we are using in the Asia Pacific Mumbai region. It shows instances which are currently running, dedicated hosts, instances, load balancers, security groups, volumes, auto scaling groups, elastic IPs, key pairs, placement groups, snapshots. Now a new feature has been added to AWS which is known as EC2 Global View. It takes us to a new page. Suppose if we have multiple servers in multiple regions, then it shows all those servers in all the regions together. You can see the enabled regions, so security groups, VPC endpoints, DHCP. You can see the list of regions over here, which where we can see the instances, VPCs, subnets, security groups, etc. So now, before going for launching an instance, I would like to show you about the free tier plans which we are provided by AWS. So here you can see the AWS free tier plans and what are the offers provided by AWS. AWS provides with 750 hours of Amazon EC2, 5 GB storage for Amazon S3, 750 hours of Amazon RDS, 25 GB Amazon DynamoDB, 2 months Amazon SageMaker, AWS Lambda, 1 million free requests per month. Similarly for other services, we can even look into the services which are always free by clicking on always free option. We can see that 25 GB of Amazon DynamoDB is always free. 1 million free requests per month is also free. Amazon Code Whisper Unlimited and other services which are always free for us. So now we'll be going to launch instance. Here we'll write the name of our instance. For now I'll put it as AWS. Here we can select the application OS images which we want, whether macOS, Amazon, Linux, Ubuntu, Windows, Red Hat, etc. I'll be going with Ubuntu. Here it filters and shows me all the Ubuntu AMS, which is Amazon machine image. We have versions of 24.04, 22.04, Pro version, etc. So we have the free tier versions for 22.04 and 24.04. The other versions do not have free tier eligible. That is, we have to pay them in order to get those services. So I'll be selecting the free tier eligible of version 24.04 with 64-bit x86 processor. Here you can see the Ubuntu which was selected, the description about the AMI, image ID, architecture x86 which was selected. The instance type we are selecting is T2.micro, which is free tier eligible. There are even other instance types like T2.small, T2.medium. These instance types vary based on their features such as CPU cores, RAM provided by it, and internal memory provided by it. So different instance types have different rate. You can select the instance type which you want based on your project requirements. Currently, I'll be going with the free tier available, which is T2.micro. Here I can enter the key pair name if required. I'll be going with proceed with the key pair. Then the network settings, it shows the network ID is subnet. I'll be going with allow SSH traffic from, which helps us to connect to the instance from anywhere. If you want, you can go on with HTTPS as well, which can provide a much safer, secure server. Here we can select the amount of storage we want for our virtual drive. I'll be going with the 8 GB RAM. You can select the amount maximum up to 30 GB if you have taken the free tier plan based on your performance requirements of the project. Now I'll go click on launch instance. It takes a couple of seconds. Now it shows it has successfully initiated the launch of instance. Let's click on the ID. So it navigates again to the console page. Here we can see the list of the instances if we have. Then it shows the instance name which we created, AWS Web Server, instance ID, instance state is running, instance type t2.micro. If we click on the instance, it will show the further information about our instance. It gives instance summary, so instance ID, the public IPv4 address. It shows the instance state is running, private IPv4 address. Public IPv4 DNS and IPv4 address is the same. It's just that the DNS points to this address. It has a VPC ID, subnet ID. It shows the platform which was selected as Ubuntu, the Amazon machine ID, image ID, the AMI name, launch time, number of CPUs which we selected was 1. Except in status and alarms, it gives the status checks, system status checks, that it shows that the system check have been passed. Instance reachability check also has been passed. Monitoring. It shows the CPU utilization, network out, network packets which came in, network packets which went out in our instance. But currently it's showing null because we haven't started our instance yet. Security shows the owner ID, security groups. Here we can see the public IPv4 address, public IPv4 DNS. Similarly for private IPv4 address, private IPv4 DNS, VPC ID. Here you can see that the model which we had taken was EBS storage only. That is shown here. The volume ID, the volume size which I had selected was 8 GB RAM. The attachment time. Tax, it shows the key value pair where the value of our instance we had given as AWS Web Server. The actions also show the same information as shown below, the instance setting, network security, etc. Now let's click on connect. Here we can see to connect to this instance we have 4 methods. One is EC2 instance connect, one is session manager, another is SSH client, then fourth one is EC2 serial console. We'll be using EC2 instance connect and SSH client method. For EC2 instance connect, we'll click on the connect button. It navigates us to a page where web browser terminal it leads to. You can see the username here is given as Ubuntu because the platform which we selected was Ubuntu. So we'll be using the command line code similar to what we use for Ubuntu. So first, before entering any command lines, we have to first update all the packages in the Ubuntu. So we'll be entering the code as sudo apt get update. This is done as a first method because we need the packages to be up to date. Now all the packages have been up to date and have been upgraded. We prefer using SSH client more because the EC2 instance terminal is bit laggy and buggy. You can see currently there are no items. We'll now create a text file. Now we'll be going on with the SSH client. This text file has been created so that even in SSH client will be showing that this text file is present, which means that both are connected to the same instance. So now we have done the EC2 instance type connection. Now we'll go on with the SSH client connection to the instance. Here they have shown us the example what we have to type in our terminal for the SSH client connection. Now we'll open terminal and enter the code. Okay, here it shows error that tutorial key.pm is not found in our directory. That's because tutorial key.pm was installed in my downloads folder. So we have to navigate first to the downloads folder and enter this code. So now I'll give no for the connection. So now we have entered to the downloads folder, and now again we'll enter the code. Yes, I want to connect. So we have successfully connected to the SSH client. Now here it shows even the last login of the SSH client. The IPv4 address value. Now here the our public IPv4 address is currently again blank. So we still haven't uploaded the web application for it to load. So now we'll be looking into it. So now we have successfully connected to our SSH client server. We can see Ubuntu at IP address given. You can see the one.txt file which we had created is in EC2 instance is present where that means we have successfully connected our created our server and connected to it using SSH client server as well. Now we have to create a web server and add it to our server and display it publicly. So currently the web server hasn't loaded because we haven't added it yet. So the server we can select either Apache 2 or Nginx. I'll be going with the Apache 2 server. So I have to first install Apache 2 server. I'll be giving -y command. So if there are any questions asked during the installation, it will automatically answer all the questions as yes. So now I have successfully installed the Apache 2 server. Now we have to location. We can see this location as index.html. That is this page. The page is currently not loaded because we haven't provided the port 80 uh, to a connection. So once we have connected port 80 to this, we can see the website. Now since this not changed, updated yet, we have to go change the port value. You go to the security, then click on security groups. Then we will click on edit inbound rules. Here we'll add a new rule. We can give our using custom TCP, we can give our own port range, but I'll go with the HTTP type. Here 80 has been taken a default port range. We can give source as a custom. We can give our own IP address, which means only in particular that IP address the particular page can be accessed. But I'll be going with the anywhere IPv4. And then click on save rules. Now we'll reload this page. This page taking a while. We can close this and again open the website. Click on open address. It takes a few seconds to load the page. It's taking some time to load, so let's close this and go to networking. Copy the IP address. Now we can see the page successfully created a web server in our server, which was created using SSH client server. That's all in this tutorial. Thank you.